Hey everyone, welcome to Light at the End of the Funnel podcast. This is our season 2. We're so excited that you are listening in. And for this season, we're going to be doing a couple different things. We're going to be talking about entrepreneurship, digital marketing, and transformation within business development. So this is going to be an incredible season. You're not only going to hear from me, your host, Danielle Fitzpatrick Clark, but we're going to be bringing in guest experts as well so that you guys can get a full rounded view of what it's like to build a business online. So we're so excited that you are here, and listen in and stay tuned for some exciting news at the end of each episode. Hey everyone, Danielle Fitzpatrick Clark here from Light at the End of the Funnel podcast. And you guys may be watching this. This is going to be kind of a podcast / training. So if you're listening to this on audio, I highly, highly recommend that you listen to the end. And then I will give you guys some directions on how to go and watch the video so you can see some of the things that I'm showing those that are watching this on the live stream and on the recording, how we're going to do what we're talking about today, which is how to get 80 new email subscribers per week. Now, I like to say it's per week because a lot of people think that that's a lot to get in a week. We've done it in an hour, we've done it in a day, but I think a week is something that everyone can do. And there's a couple different ways that we can do this on different platforms. I'm going to focus on one platform specifically, which is how to utilize the LinkedIn platform to get those 80 email subscribers per week. And I'm going to show you guys how you can start looking at your LinkedIn profile and your LinkedIn platform as a really great way to get not just ideal clients in the door, but email subscribers who are potential clients that you can nurture, and you can start giving them a lot of value add so that if they're not an immediate client, they will become a client by you getting their email and then them subscribing and then continuing on that value add and that relationship build. So, which is really important, because what are some of the reasons why you want to have an email subscription list? Well, that's your list. So, and don't get me wrong, we do digital marketing, so social media is big for us. We teach a lot of people how to utilize the platforms and how to build very, very quickly on the social media platforms. But what I will say is that you're doing yourself and your business a disservice if you're not getting people's emails and bringing them into your own systems. Now, the reason is that you don't own your social media platform. You guys, if you've been listening to me for any amount of time, you've heard me say this, is that you don't own your Facebook profile. You don't own your Twitter profile. You don't own your LinkedIn profile. You can be booted off of those without any warning whatsoever, even if you've gotten the verified check on all those platforms. They can still boot you off. So it is very much a temporary scenario for you to be utilizing someone else's platform for your business. And it is what it is. However, when you have people subscribing to your email list, that is yours to keep. That is something that if you have their contact information, and on top of that, they have subscribed for you to have that contact information, you will never go out of business that way, no matter what happens on social media. So that's a big reason why I tell everyone you really want to have emails from your subscriber list. So I will show you guys how we do this on LinkedIn, and how we get 80 per week, and how to break this down. So just a moment and I'll share my screen for you, those of you that are listening in. Just hang on tight, because I'll explain everything as I'm going through the process. Okay, guys, so I am in my LinkedIn profile, and as you guys log into your LinkedIn, you'll most likely go to your home page, and off to the left, you're going to see, your name, your photo, your banner, your name, title, and then profile viewers, post impressions. And if you scroll down, my pages, and then I want you guys to go to the left and scroll all the way down to the event section. Now you'll see a little plus sign. Hit that plus button. So this is how I'm going to show you guys how to go ahead and get those 80 subscribers a week. We're actually going to run an event. And when it comes to your event, you can get email subscribers. You can get people to go ahead and drop their email in order to um, be part of the event. And that's really important. Now, there's a couple tricks that you need to do. Is that first and foremost, if you don't already, you want to have creator mode turned on with your profile. So to turn on creator mode, and I'll do another video for this and I'll drop the link in here after I've done another video on how to turn on creator mode on your LinkedIn profile. But if you go to your profile, you'll be able to scroll down just a couple, just like maybe one scroll. I think it's the third section, and it'll have a place for you to go ahead and turn on that creator mode, and it's really simple. But that's something you want to do. So watch the video on creator mode if you guys are on my YouTube channel. If you guys are watching this video on live stream, then if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, go ahead and do that and just search for Danielle Fitzpatrick Clark or Influence Builder, and it should show you guys me. And you'll be able to look at the LinkedIn section that we have within there. But you want to have your creator mode on. You want to have a business company page set up, because when you guys are creating the event, it'll have the organizer, and you don't want to use your personal profile. You want to actually use your business page. So I'm going to use Influence Builder because that's the one that we have set up for this. It can be an online event. You can select the format, and you can create a LinkedIn audio event. You can create a LinkedIn Live, which you just stream from a third-party tool. I like to use either Restream.io or StreamYard. Those are really great platforms. Or you can actually have an external event link. So I usually will have an external event link. We're just going to put test here and make sure you have your time zone, start date and start time, and then end date and end time. You can put your external event link here. So we actually have people register on our webinar platform, which is Kartra. But you'll see when you put your company page as the organizer, you'll have a little checkbox underneath the external event link or underneath any of the event link stuff. It says use a LinkedIn registration form. So you can click that. The only thing that you have to add in is a privacy policy link. So everybody should have a privacy policy on their website. You can just use that link. If you don't, put up a privacy policy that tells people how you're going to be using their information. So put that in there, description, any speakers that you have. And then, of course, you can add your banner and hit next. So what does that do? Well, that ends up having a registration form put on the front of your event. So when you're inviting people, they have to go ahead and agree to drop their name and email into the registration form in order to be a part of the event and get reminders of the event. And so when they do that, they drop their email, you have their email, and then that way you can subscribe them. And so this is why I usually do this event with an external link, because I have to go ahead and subscribe them to the event in order for them to get the webinar link. And so there you have an email subscriber coming in for your webinar. So really simple. But what I have found is that you actually have to have a pretty good following. Now, you can invite people that are connections of yours, that are followers of yours. As you create the event, you're also going to be sending out a post to your profile, your personal profile, your company page as well. And that will be inviting your following that looks at your posts and your feed to that event, and you'll get people to come in that way. The other thing is that you can go ahead and personally invite people that are connections of yours on your personal LinkedIn profile, but also people who are followers. So you can do those things. You can invite them in. Doesn't matter if it's a business page that's running an event, you can still use your personal contacts, right? So you can go right in there. Most people will have 1,000 connections or 1,000 invites per week with an event, with a LinkedIn event, no matter if it's an external link, if it's an audio event, if it's a live stream event, you will have 1,000 a week. Now, some people will have more. We do have more. We have a large following. We're almost at 31,000 right now. So we actually are able to invite a lot of people. Now, when it comes to this, there are some numbers to keep in mind on what is it going to take to get 80 subscribers per week. So, and this is kind of a pretty good algorithm. Now, don't get me wrong, the range is going to depend on how much your connections know you on LinkedIn, how much you understand them, how close they are, and all those things. But there's a lot of ways to make sure you get those 80 subscribers per week. So just a moment, I'm gonna just bring up a Word document so I can show you guys some calculations. For those of you that are listening, don't worry. I will explain everything as I go. Okay, guys. So here's the deal when it comes to LinkedIn, and there's just some averages in general when it comes to any kind of online event registration and conversion rate. So it's anywhere between 2% to 5% normally when it comes to events that people are registering for. So we're just going to bring that algorithm over to LinkedIn events. We're making a broad assumption. I will say it's pretty low considering what we're able to do with LinkedIn, but just so that we're not industry specific, but we can work with several different industries. We'll keep it lower at 2 to 5%. So for every 1,000 invitations that you would send, you're looking to get around 20 to 50 registrants just from that 1,000, right? And inviting them is really easy. You can do it right through the event platform. It's a bit of an estimate. So that means that if you're going to have 20 to 50, I usually like to play in the middle and we'll say 35 is what you're going to end up getting, right? So per 1,000 invites. So if you only have 1,000 invites per week and you want to do an event every week, you want to get those 80 subscribers every week, and you want to get aligned and targeted subscribers from your LinkedIn connections, this is a really good way to go. Now, if you guys really want to hit that 80 mark, or I actually like to hit 100 a week, then you can do a couple different things. You guys could bring in a speaker. So if you bring in a speaker to your event, then they can send out 1,000 invites as well to a target audience that is your target audience too. So make sure that you're making those partnerships in a really smart way. That will 2x your conversion. So that's 35 times 2, that's 70. You're pretty close to getting those 80s just with bringing in a speaker if you want to. Now, here's the other thing is that you guys can send out personal messages in the DMs inviting people to this. So if you have, let's just say that you have a connection list on LinkedIn of 4,000, with 3,000 of those people being ideal for this event that you're running, you could actually send out the personal messages to people. So just make sure that you're not sending out personal messages to the people that you invited and that you're expanding your reach. And so what I tell everybody when it comes to what LinkedIn, and this I've actually discussed with LinkedIn, I'm like, well, how many invites can we send for events on your platform in the DMs without getting in trouble with you guys? And they said probably less than 80. 80 is fine, but any more than that. But also keep in mind that we don't like to see people looking at more than 50 profiles per day. And so that's coming from LinkedIn. So if you guys are going to go ahead and send people DMs, and try to send them right through the Messenger tab within your LinkedIn profile, and not going to everybody's individual profiles and then hitting the message button, because you can only do 50 of those. So what I like to do is I actually like to use the search bar on LinkedIn and search for titles of my first degree connections that I know would be ideal for this particular event. Now, Sales Navigator will take it that much further. So if you want to only invite CEOs of companies that have 11 to 50 employees that work within the agricultural industry, then you can get that specific and you can have that list right in your Sales Navigator. In fact, you can use Sales Navigator to go ahead and DM them right from Sales Navigator, which is actually more people that you can talk to in the DMs rather than just the regular DMs through your regular LinkedIn profile. So you guys can do more, but you can also be very specific and very targeted with who you're inviting to the event through the LinkedIn DMs. So this is what I'm going to say. No more than 80 messages per day, having you or your admin. Don't go to the profiles if you can help it. Do your searches within the search bar on LinkedIn, or use Sales Navigator if you don't have it. They're always running specials where you can try it for a month, or you can get it for 50% off for the first 2-3 months. So highly, highly recommend Sales Navigator. So the other thing that you guys can do is that you guys can post your event right into LinkedIn groups. So join LinkedIn groups where your ideal clients, your target audience is hanging out, and go ahead and post. Most of them will let you post. If they don't let you post, then find other groups. But you can see anywhere between 5 to 25 event registrants per LinkedIn group that you go ahead and post in. So that's what we've been able to see. That's just our numbers that we've done, and we've done hundreds of these events. So 5 to 25. And then here's the other thing. As you get people to go ahead and accept that registration and sign up, then you can reach out to them in the DMs. You can reach out to them right through the event platform without getting dinged for the messages. And you can say, hey, thank you so much for signing up. I'd love for you to share this or invite anyone that you know could really use this to the event. I would really appreciate that. Here's the link, here's some swipe copy, and then you can do that with the people that come in. And we can get anywhere between 1 to 25 registrants right from somebody going ahead and sharing that who's already a registrant. In fact, actually, it does a lot better. One is pretty low, but usually when it comes from people and they say, hey, you got to come to this, or they share that post on their own profile, we usually get anywhere from 1 to 25. So we're going to keep it really, really on the low end and say that we have 5 people sharing it and they get 2 participants each. That's 10 people. Let's say that you guys go ahead and you do 80 personal messages per day. Or you have your admin do it, even better. And you go ahead and you get 20 people to sign up from the personal messages. Plus you get a speaker, that's 35, and then your own invitations, another 35. That gets you around 100 participants. So you've already gone further than just the 35 that you did with your own invitations. You've added in some more things, and you've gone further than the 80 participants per week. So you've got their email. They are all subscribed. At this point, you can just add them to your CRM or your email marketing system, and then you can send them reminders of the event that way. So that will get you 100 participants per week. Now, that's really, really, really easy, right? You probably are like, that sounds like a lot of work. It does sound like a lot of work. It's actually not that bad. So all of this, believe it or not, all of this can be completely automated. It can be. It's a little bit longer for this particular podcast episode, but if you guys are interested in learning about some of the systems that we have running for this, which means that you basically set it up and that takes you, 15 minutes, and then you set up your system, takes another 15 minutes. So we're looking at 30 minutes to set up these weekly events, and you're rolling. Everything is rolling for you. In fact, not only is this rolling, but you can actually follow up after the event with the people that registered on autopilot and then go ahead and get those sales calls too. So not only is it great for lead generation, but we actually have a follow-up process. Now, this is something that we've been using pretty actively since 2020. And it has worked wonders for our business. This is how we get a lot of our clients. We get more than 80% of our clients through LinkedIn alone. Here is one of the things that we do to get our clients, and they are high-level clients, which is why we love LinkedIn so much. So if this sounds like something that you guys want to learn more about and how to automate this and what systems we're using, we can talk about that. We do have discovery calls that we do with people to help them with LinkedIn. There's a lot of things that people don't know about LinkedIn. And I totally understand that. Like a lot of people, I don't even feel like I'm ready for this. It sounds amazing though. Do you guys have other things? We do have other things when it comes to LinkedIn, like going over your profile and showing you how you can make it more of a client magnet profile rather than something where you have to go out and hunt for your food and hunt for your clients, which a not fully optimized LinkedIn profile, you are going to have to hunt. So hopefully that all makes sense. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast episode. I try to keep it very brief. If you guys are watching this on YouTube or live stream, then go ahead and check out the notes. And for those of you that are listening into the podcast, just wait to the end because I will tell you guys how you can go ahead and watch the video and how you guys can contact me if you are interested in going ahead and setting up a discovery call to learn about these systems and how you can do this for yourself every week to get these email subscribers. So for those of you that are watching, you guys will also want to watch the end where I will show you guys how you can go ahead and you can sign up for a discovery call with me and my team where we can talk about how to get these systems in place for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching and for listening in. Until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful rest of your week. Bye for now. Hey everyone, Danielle Fitzpatrick Clark here, your host of Light at the End of the Funnel podcast. And I really appreciate you guys listening into this episode where we talked about how to get those 80 email subscribers per week. utilizing the LinkedIn platform. So if you guys are interested in learning how you can go ahead and utilize LinkedIn events to get those leads, then I want to go ahead and invite you to a discovery call with either myself or my team members, whoever is available during that time. And it's really simple. All you guys have to do is go to influencebuilder.com/LinkedIn-lead-explosion. So that is our LinkedIn Lead Explosion discovery call, where we will talk to you guys about the processes and the systems that we use to go ahead and do this every single week to get these targeted audience members and leads in our doors so that we can go ahead and best serve them with our information and then move them into our programs and our offerings. So it is a really wonderful way to get clients utilizing the platform of LinkedIn. So you guys can go ahead and book a call with us. That is https with colons / influencebuilder.com/LinkedIn-lead-explosion. So hope to see you guys there. And I really appreciate you guys listening in. For now, don't forget to share out this video, share out this audio wherever you're listening to on the platforms, and spread the message. We're here to help you guys really build out your digital marketing and your digital platforms. Bye for now.